And here we are. Welcome, everybody, to another Seasonal Impressions podcast. I am your host, Panic. With me is my co-host, Dr. Whoops, and longtime friend of the show, Collapsed Block. I'll just be calling you Block. Welcome. And thank you for joining me.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
Nice to be here on a nice Sunday. It's a bit late in the season to be doing this. Most shows are like a third done already.
I think we're still early enough. We've had about 3 episodes.
I think we are still pretty early.
Yeah, the season is a bit spread out.
Yeah. Actually, the reason I waited for this Sunday is because I wanted a third episode of a show no one cares about to be out. The Wistoria one, Wistoria season 2. No one else is watching that.
It also started like 1 week late. Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason that one was like one delayed, so we just got episode 3 today. But yeah, let's just get. Like, we have a bunch of shows ahead of us. We kind of have a hard out in, like, 3-ish hours. So I think we should probably just get going. Yeah, okay. It is working. The preview on YouTube Studio was, like, way behind for some reason. Anyway, okay. So first up, we have the big one of the season. The Witch Hat show. Witch Hat Atelier. I don't know how to say it. It's French. Atelier.
Atelier.
If it's French, it's Atelier.
Yeah. I just always feel like a phony trying to say stuff in French. It's like it doesn't work unless you're French.
Atelier. We also can't get away with it entirely because we're European, so we have some pressure to speak French properly.
Right. It's like
we can't just go atelier. We can't just go atelier like an American.
The French are like on permanent fraud watch for anyone trying to speak French. And speaking of fraud watch, right away, gotta ask, what do we prefer? The pointed witch hat or brimmed?
Absolutely I'm missing the cones. These cones are stupid.
It looks like they're wearing party hats.
It's like party hats, like dunce caps, but I do have a certain level of respect for it. It's very classic. Classic wizard hat. It's actually more of a wizard hat now that I think about it. Like the classic like children's birthday party wizard would show up in a hat like this. Draw it like a blue one with stars on it or something. But it is like this show, you can tell, was made by someone who has a thing for like fabrics and tailoring. Can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something very, very like delicate about the way it designs the outfits and like it creates
and the way like
these designs.
How the ink lands on the fabric and how you cut it with those very special shears, and it's like, yeah, this is a pervert who made this. Someone who's way too into this and has felt it was underrepresented for too long.
Cloth pervert, like he'll be with a person complaining that they're not wearing enough clothes.
That's right. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is this fabric? Get something better. Like, what's the thread count? I bet they haven't mentioned thread count. I bet the author can give you the exact thread count for every single piece of fabric these characters are wearing. They know it. They're not telling us, but they have it in a book somewhere. I know it.
Yeah, the fact that the show mentions hats in the title, even though it could have just been called Witch Atelier, just does give the vibe that somehow.
I was kind of thinking Witch Hat Atelier would be like a place where they make the witch hats. But
you would,
but an atelier is like, it's like an art place, and like the whole thing should probably mention, like the whole like thing that makes this different from other like magic fantasy shows is that magic fundamentally is different in that it works by being drawn. Like you draw sigils. You don't go like hocus pocus and point a wand. You draw like a mixture of symbols, and that becomes the spell. That's why it's an atelier, because they draw.
This show is kind of if Full Metal Alchemist was Harry Potter.
Right.
Like they draw circles to do magic, and just like with Full Metal Alchemist, they put it on like gloves and shoes and stuff to make it more dynamic. But ultimately, it's just a drawn form.
Wait,
of magic,
have we seen that? Like I remember talking about this. Hey, they can just put the circles in a glove and have a permanent circle, but I don't think we have seen it yet.
I think it's like a thing where it triggers as soon as the circle is closed. So they can have like two halves on the bottom of their shoes, which they can clap together. But I guess you couldn't just activate it.
Yeah, so that's how they fly, and that's kind of how they cheat the system a little bit. Is that they like what's her name, the angry one with the black hair, Agot or something like that.
Agot, yeah.
Agot. We kind of see her like pull out a fire spell, and like knowing the system, we the viewer are going like, well, how did you do that? You can't just like instantly cast a spell, but you can. If you have this little flip book like index thing where you just pre-draw a ton of different spells, but you don't close the circle. So the second you close the circle, they're cast. It's like
we were also like, oh, they can just have a printing press and make like a notepad of circles and they just finish it.
Yeah,
like a stamp.
Yeah, but it also has to be like very specific ink. Like they probably could like like mass produce like war magic. Just have this like whole thing. You like flip through like when you draw like a moving comic on a bunch of pages and you like flip through it. You could probably do that somehow, and I bet we'll see something like that. Like my immediate thought when they revealed that they fly by having two halves of the circle on the bottom of the shoes, like that's ingenious because then you put your feet together and you close it. That's pretty smart. What if you had like gloves where you have a spell circle around the rim of your like pointer finger and thumb, and then the second you push them together and make a circle, that's a spell. I wonder if they're going to do something like that. Like,
yeah, you'd think so. I think like the main thing that makes the show appealing is sort of the intricacy of the whole sigil system, and sort of how it manages to make that interesting and make that an interesting form of magic, which I think is kind of the main appeal of the show so far, like the intricacy of the magic system and the world.
It just gives me the vibes that the author just likes to completely go all out on his own world building and lose himself in the sauce.
It is a funny thing that happens in creative work where the more restrictive the tool set is, the more creative the solutions you could come up with, kinda. Like the author has made this extremely specific rule that all magic is circles. You have to draw them and you have to close the circle to activate it. And like what they do with those restrictions is what's going to be like impressive. Because if you could just do anything, that's not really impressive. We'll get to that in Wistoria later, I guess. But it's like if there's no restrictions to what you can pull off, then you're not impressed when it happens. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you there. I think it already has shown from the first few episodes that that's kind of the thing that's most interesting about the show, working with those restrictions. It does feel like there's a risk of just kind of going bullshit with it. Like, so I mean, we're only 3 episodes in, so I don't know if by episode 9 we're building like nukes with circles, or if it's gonna find like some sort of advanced technique that's just cheating.
There's room to go hog wild once you start questioning what is a circle.
Yeah.
And like how pure does the ink have to be? How straight does a line have to be? If you draw it in a special way, does special things happen? Because like I guess that's also kind of like at a danger like of like, I guess like losing interest from the author's side, I guess, because like you can feel a lot of this intro stuff is the author having had this neat idea for the drawn magic where, like they say, like they go through the whole thing. It's like, okay, if I draw them small, they last like shorter time. The size of the magic circle determines how long the spell effect lasts, and the straightness of the lines is like how efficient it is. So you can make a tiny little flame that burns super bright, or you can make like a big stupid flame. It's like quick. If you do it quickly and roughly, then it'll be over quick, but it'll be strong. And they do like this water spout thing where it flies off to the side because like one of the 8 little T's in the circle was drawn bigger than the others. That makes the weight shift in that direction, turns it into a water blast. It's like the toolkit is extremely complex. But I feel like once the author has told us all this information, there is a real danger of them just losing interest. Because now they've told us the rules, so now they have to show us how it's used in a creative way. But I am extremely interested to see where it goes. Like right now they're running around in some kind of Italian impressionist painted world, trying to escape a dragon, and it's like, okay, that was quick. It was quick that they're fighting a dragon.
It's like episode 2 is still then like barely learning to, or like the protagonist barely learning to understand how the system works, and episode 3 is like a little trial thing. So episode 4 is just kind of like, oh, we're already like creating magical universes here.
It's like me when I accidentally crystallize my mom. It's like the entire reason for the adventure is just, it's ridiculous. I will say the first episode is very, very appealing. I think it's still the most appealing episode we've had so far. It's a strong hook. It's just a good, I guess, like prologue to the story. And the guy
I'm
is cool.
Still a little Giffrey's cool.
Quiffrey.
I'm still a little Quiffrey. I'm still a little lost on like where are we really going with this?
Yes.
And why is this show and this source material so incredibly highly rated and so incredibly popular?
I kind of had this thought yesterday. I am getting kind of Promised Neverland vibes a little bit, and I think it's just because it's a bunch of kids running around in white outfits.
It is.
But it is giving me the same pensive feeling of, oh, that went to shit in season 2.
Man, that totally seen Promised Neverland.
Yeah, I'm getting real Promised Neverland vibes from this, just because it's a bunch of kids.
It's just kids wearing white shirts, sitting in a wooden house,
being up to no
uniforms
good.
in a wooden house.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I'm just on the right. Like, Coco is a very enduring protagonist, and it is giving me like a bit of early Harry Potter vibes. Like, we have the adventure outside, and then we will probably go to us. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
but
always
I kind of expect
it's safe at school, but then inadvertently they wind up in the forest of death and despair. As like, oh, okay, we weren't supposed to go here.
And we will have like Gojo Satoru to the rescue.
Yeah, Gojo is back. It's great to see him again.
Found a new job.
Yeah, it's always nice. Like, he graduated from Jujutsu Kaisen, now he's here. He's teaching magic. That's nice of him. But like the whole conceit of the show is that, well, she acts some asshole almost like sold her a book of spells and a magic wand, which is a pen, like when she was a kid. Almost certainly not for whatever that would actually be worth, but like as to plant it and cause mischief, I suppose. And she finds out the secret of casting magic, which no one is supposed to know, because once you know how easy it is, it gets out of hand. Like, if we just all found out that you can blow up buildings by drawing a circle, it's like that a lot of buildings would start blowing up, I think. So the Witch Club has one rule, which is that you don't talk about Witch Club. But she finds out about Witch Club, and she ends up drawing a very complicated magic circle, and her entire house and her mom turns to crystal. So now they kind of have to find this guy Because Gojo seems to have some kind of inkling as to who it was. He's just Gojo now. Quiffrey is not a real name. He's Gojo.
We'll call him Kojo.
Quojo. He has some suspicion as to who it is and what their motives were. And what was it? The guy with the eye mask that we see later? It was that guy, right?
I think so. Yes, it was at least a masked guy.
Because it's one of the so-called brimmed hats. So there's like this.
Yeah.
There's beef with the dunce caps and the brimmed hat guys, who get a very imposing like group photo in episode 3. It looks sick as hell. It's like some Darkest Dungeon shit. It's so cool.
They have really cool hats too. They actually have rims.
It's like, am I supposed to not root for these guys? Have you seen them? They're way cooler than you. You fucking stupid pointy hats. It's like 4 kids and Gojo versus like an army of the sickest wizards you've ever seen in your life. It's like, well, who am I supposed to root for here?
That's gonna go well.
It's gonna go well. Yeah, certainly Coco is gonna, I don't know, it's probably some chosen one bullshit. Like we've already seen that the tailoring, like she was able to make like a little plane, a little float plane out of just one wind rune on the inside of a piece of cloth. It's like she's gonna be like, it's understandable that Agate is as mad at her as she is, because like she's just showed up and immediately she's getting all the attention, all the main character attention, even though she's not a witch yet.
I mean, yeah, that's one thing. Like, I mean, so far Coco is just special because she's kind of an outsider,
Right.
And I guess she's good at drawing lines.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not like a prodigy. She's kind of an idiot.
She's a dumb idiot. She fucks everything up just by
fucks
being
up.
there.
she fucks up half the time, and somehow it works out. Like she has to do a trial, and she draws a sigil upside down, accidentally turning a boat into a plane, and then just manages to turn that into success.
Right.
So I mean, she's not particularly clever, and since the magic system seems to be entirely knowledge based, it also can't do a thing of like she carries some kind of innate high mana power or something. Like she's not Fern. So she's kind of just a girl that's good at drawing circles, and if they're gonna have to make that turn into some kind of like chosen one thing, I'm really wondering how it's gonna do that, if at all. But if that's not what it is, then I'm not sure where the story is gonna go either. So I'm just sort of lost on what to expect from this show in the long term.
Yep. I guess
so far
we'll see how long they stay in this dragon dimension.
Surely it's only like one more episode.
Yeah, hopefully it's only like a bit of the next one. I'm not suspecting. I don't think they're gonna kill the dragon, but they are probably gonna run away, get saved by Gojo. He's probably gonna nuke it. Like somehow he's gonna have the hinted at nuke magic, like stacking 500 magic circles in one marble or something. Just create a black hole. Also,
I'm just looking through the character description of Coco on my anime list. And what's really funny is that their specialty is drawing straight lines in a show that's about making circles.
Well, it's circles with straight lines in them.
Sure. It just sounds funny.
Yeah, she has a very steady hand, especially when drawing on cloth. Also, should mention a very good mascot creature in this show. The little sausage, white.
Yeah, it's just Nuko from Girls Last Tour.
Yeah, it's extremely cute.
Like, just a little sausage.
I usually have like this averse reaction to like obvious mascot creatures.
Same, yeah.
But not for some reason not this guy, because he reminds me of the little Moomin, right?
Yes.
Do you know those stupid little ghosts? Remember those? They like show up in the fog. They're like these. Like almost like straight white line ghosts with stupid hands.
Yeah, like the hands on the center of their body.
He reminds me of them, and it makes me happy. All right. Anyway, good show.
Yeah, I do want to say I'm not sold on the character so far for the most part. I think Agate's like, okay, she's kind of an asshole, but it's just a little overplayed. And
But
the
you
other
but you know
girls
she's
just
gonna
don't really.
have a change of heart at some point.
I think she should be
Yeah,
shot.
but I don't know. It's gonna have to do a lot of work for me for that to feel earned, because she's
Right.
just such a piece of absolute shit right now,
Yeah.
and not in a way that really makes the show fun. I also don't think it needs to do this whole rejection thing, or like Coco being the outsider. I don't know if that's necessarily benefiting the show.
Like
so
I
far.
see where
So
Agate's coming from, but I also don't think she should have sent her on the test alone just to have her killed. It's like that's
Yeah,
a,
I was
that's
like,
a bit
okay,
much.
yeah, it's like it's a bit overplayed.
It's like I get why you're
Like,
mad that she's shown up out of nowhere with no special talent and she's getting all the attention. Of course, that's upsetting to you when you've worked hard, presumably all your life. But also, chill the fuck out. Give it a couple days.
Yeah.
You don't know why she's here. Maybe she leaves. I do
Yeah,
like the
and the
other
other-
two though, the pink and the blue one, especially the blue girl.
they're fine, but they're also
That
just
can do
kind
whatever,
of
yeah.
They're very cookie
kind of
cutter.
decoration.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just like, oh, it's the Genki girl and the deadpan girl, and that's
Yeah.
kind of all there is
but
to them so
deadpan girl
far.
is always great. We always like a deadpan
Sure.
girl, especially with a atrocious haircut, like like just no bangs whatsoever. Just the worst haircut you've seen in your life.
Yeah, so in that sense, I'm just not sure what to expect of the story. I'm not sold on most of the characters yet. The only thing that's definitely good so far is just sort of the world and the intricacy of the magic system. But
Oh, and
I'm just waiting to find out why this show is so hyped.
and the
Because
animation.
so far it's just pretty. It does look good.
It
does
looks
look good.
incredible.
Yeah,
It feels like every season now has at least one show that is like movie quality. There's always one.
there's like 3 or 4 this season, right? That look fantastic. 3, 4. Well, there's 4. There's 4 amazing looking shows. This
Like
season.
that
I'm
look
not
as
sure if
good
you're
as
watching
this.
them.
Maybe I'm not.
Better. I'd put 3 shows this season above this.
Damn. Okay. Well, maybe we'll get to them.
Yeah, I'll
Let's
mention for sure.
let's move right along then. Next one, big one, another big one of the season. Marriage Toxin by Bones Film.
Is it that big?
What?
Is it that big?
I thought you yelled out something in enthusiasm, but it was mostly confusion.
No, this is you said you dropped this after one episode. I love this.
Really? I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't hate it, and it's a comedy that I didn't hate, which is a big deal because I actively dislike most anime comedies. I don't know. This was just okay to me, but I'll let you take the floor on what you liked.
Okay. Oh, is Block saying something?
Well, I can start. No, well, let's introduce it first, yeah.
Well, intro of the show is that it is it's kind of like a dating show kind of thing. That's not what I thought at first. I'd read nothing about it. I kind of looked at the image and was like, oh, these are gonna be like, this is like a spy family ripoff kind of thing.
Yes.
It's like it's gonna be 2 assassins who have a marriage out of like convenience and blah blah blah. It's gonna be the same thing again, but that is not what it is. It is this guy who is like pro assassin, poison master. They kind of go a bit more into that. There are these things called an altered bloodline. It was like all these different elements of assassination. There's like there's like clans, families, and cartels for each like each like level. Like every part of assassination. So it's like, so these are the poison family, and there's him and his sister, and they live together, and they're getting like pressured from the leadership of the clan that one of them has to get married soon and have an heir, and it can't be the sister because she's gay. So she's like ready to pack up all her stuff and go back and get married to a guy and have kids if it means that brother gets to be free. But he takes it on himself to get his shit together and meet a girl. So the entire the basis of the show is that he has to like start dating with the intent of marriage, which he has never once considered before now. So he's like an extremely awkward guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
and
that's it.
well, you are also the second protagonist.
The second
like,
protagonist is a beautiful young man named Kinosaki, which you would be excused to think it was a girl, because that's like the entire purpose. Main character guy, what is his name? Gero. Gero?
No, it was
I have no idea.
He has a first name.
Kinosaki.
No, but what's the...
Yeah, Kinosaki. Main
No, the other
Kinosaki.
guy.
A Poison Man.
Oh, Gero. Yeah, Gero.
Gero is the family name, I think. Isn't it?
Yes, it is the family.
doesn't he
Hikaru,
have a
yeah.
name?
Hikaru.
Yeah. Well, they just call him Gero-kun. Yeah, Hikaru. Hikaru. He is hired by some small-time thug to come kill this lady they caught, who is like been scamming, like doing marriage scams, whatever the fuck that means. So he's come to kill her. So he poisons her, and while, oh my god, how is it? While she's dying, like slowly dying, he has a phone call with his sister, where they go through the whole thing that she's like, I'm gonna pack up and go back and marry a guy, and it's gonna ruin my life. And so he sees his opportunity to recruit this young lady as like, well, first he's like, I'll marry you. He doesn't know yet. She rejects him. And then instead he like recruits her as a marriage counselor, dating advisor. And then like once they're out of there, that's when he finds out that that Kinosaki is in fact a man, another man. So he also does marriage scams. Like he's able to scam people both ways. It's perfect. And so yeah, they set off on an adventure where Kinosaki has to like hook our guy up with dates.
Yeah, so like the whole show is like a mix of shonen, where you have the assassins fighting, but also it's also like a dating anime. Honestly, I find it a bit refreshing because it's a break from the typical school setting, and
Yes.
we saw in the second episode like him dealing with dating apps.
Mm-hmm.
In the third episode, like he took a girl he rescued to a restaurant. He was being given advice on how to carry out conversations. Like that is a pretty fun setting and premise.
It is a fun
Kinda
setup
refreshing.
because like they try sending him out on dates and he's horrible at it because he has no idea what to do, and he's like, man, gotta find my charming side. And Kinosaki notes that he was very dashing when he was saving him from danger earlier. Like anytime he locks in and is like defeating villains, that's when he's cool and charming. So what they do is like they start accepting jobs to save women so that he can look cool in front of them. And that's kind of what ends up happening, where he has to go save, I forget her name. She's very cute. Is that Kyoko?
I forgot. But
Like,
yeah, she was pretty cute.
An art thief has been taken prisoner by the people she was stealing art from. And later we find out that she was like stealing art for like what's it called? Like charitable reasons. Like she's returning the artwork to where they belonged from these like big criminal collections. It's like, that's pretty cool. But she had been taken prisoner and her people were looking for someone to help save her. So he takes the job even though it pays way less than what a poison master would normally charge, just for a chance to to meet some women. And so they have like, so yeah, it is this weird thing where it's like shonen battles and then dating. I do wonder like how formulaic it's gonna get. Like, is that what it's
Yeah,
gonna be?
because
Is it gonna be
the-
like
the
an
last-
episode of fighting, an episode of dating? Is that gonna be the thing?
yeah, because last episode also ended in him being unable to properly propose a relationship, and instead says, "Oh,
Yeah.
just be my friend, and maybe I will see." And like, oh, will he just be collecting women or what?
Like, surely he will just be collecting, getting to know these people. I mean, he does. He was at
It sounds strict.
he was at a point where she was like enough into him that he probably could have just asked like, "You want to go out? You want to start dating or whatever?" But he's like, he's a good, honest guy, and he's like, "Well, I barely know you, and you barely know me, and honestly, I'm a fucking psychopath. But so let's just get to know each other first." We're just like,
Yeah, like
it's a
wonder
slower but more proper
it
way
will
to
be
do
like-
it, I guess.
if it will be like arcs or they will just appear and reappear from time to time.
Yeah, so like presumably we will see him be out on like more quote unquote dates with this one lady, and he'll meet more. Really, he should just marry Kinosaki. Like, come on, man.
What about you, Whoops? Why did you drop it?
I mean, I didn't feel super strongly about it either way. I don't know. I don't have much to say other than just like its
Same.
jokes didn't really hit for me super special. It's like this is kind of funny, but
Mhm.
I don't know. The whole actually a dude thing is just kind of played out to me or kind of dated. So
I guess
that,
it is a
that
little
maybe
bit, but they do
that
treat
maybe
Yeah.
irked me the wrong way. And I'm like, I'm not sure I'm down for a show where that's going to be one of the main jokes. But if that's not the case, I might pick it back up.
But I don't think
So
they
for-
actually make jokes about it.
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
not
matter
a
of
joke.
fact. Yeah.
They just use it like it's like a skill that he just happens to have. They don't really make.
They
jokes
actually
about
use it.
Okay.
They use it in a fun way where, like, out on dates, Kinosaki will dress as a woman to distract other guys, so that
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that main
happens
guy
within the
has-
first episode.
Is that in that first episode? Yeah, like that
Yes,
makes
yes,
sense. Like he's
Sure.
he's so fucking charming that he can, like, whatever the op is, he can distract them.
Yeah,
makes
and like well, I have also read some more like how to say it, cynical readings where like, well, at first I was like, oh, they are really fun together, and then it was revealed it was a guy, but then it's like, I get enough vibes that maybe this may actually get gay later on, but then it's like, then I was told it has like 17 volumes, I think, and it's it's in Shonen Jump Plus. One of those. It's not the main Shonen Jump, but one of those spin-off
Right.
or whatever. And like,
Right.
That would-
okay, that makes it more cynical. Like, there's no way they ever allow an actual gay manga. So
Yeah, no, probably not.
so they are like they made Kinosaki a guy just to not have the constant nag of, oh, just get together, like
Right.
to
that
to
makes
get rid
sense.
of the baggage, to not have to ship the main.
I will say that would be a based ending for the show to just have him reject the whole I need to have a family and
Oh.
have kids to pass
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
legacy of my family and just instead be in a gay relationship.
He'll be
That
gay
would
like
be-
his sister.
Yeah, that would be an awesome conclusion to the story in terms of storytelling, honestly. But I guess it's not really a serious show to begin with. So
I mean, I guess the entire thing is that he's looking for a wife so they can have an heir, so that he can become master, like
Right.
head of the clan. I guess it would be very progressive of him to just go like, to hell with that.
yeah,
No,
I love this man.
But the problem is that then his sister would just do it because she's already said that she was willing to, and he doesn't want her to be unhappy. So they're both at like gunpoint. One of you has to have kids. They should have a kid together. Oh my god.
No,
That would be the real
sister
secret third
marriage.
ending.
I will say I didn't expect this to be as battle shonen as it was. Like, I mean, I expected some fights, but like, there was the water guy who straight up has water powers.
Yeah, that one
Instead
was
of,
weird. Because, like, I get altered bloodlines, like, he's Poison Man, so he can, like, he's made himself immune to poison so that instead he gets powered up by poisons.
Yeah.
Because
there
he's
was also
Poison Man. But then you have like Water Lady or Water Guy, whatever the person was, who can control water, and it's like that's not.
yeah, that's just superpower.
That's just magic. What do you mean?
There was also the guy he met in episode 1 that is the Buckmaster. And he doesn't show up his powers, but when he leaves, he just summons some centipedes on his feet.
Yeah, he just had bugs under his shoes.
He
that carry him
walks
off.
away, and he goes away really slowly. Like you prefer to go away slowly just to aura farm, not having to walk.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would do that.
It was really funny.
Yeah, Buckman was cool.
But yeah, it's a fine show, and
Yeah, it's pretty
so
nice.
far I like it more for the dating stuff, more unique.
Also,
But also, I'm not that invested in the long term because like I said, it's a shonen. It's way too long. There's no way we will have like proper
when you
progression.
Did you say 17 volumes?
I remember hearing that, but that does feel a bit too much.
That's way too much to expect any kind of like progression ever. Basically, nothing will ever happen in this show until season 8. All right. Are we done with MARRIAGETOXIN? It's hard to say.
Okay, not volumes, but it has 160 chapters so far in Mangatex.
So it's still going?
I mean, I guess it has to be.
Okay. 160 chapters.
Yes,
okay.
it's ongoing since 2022.
Okay, this is also pretty new. Might just read it, honestly.
Okay, yeah, it is 17 volumes. I see all the covers.
Okay.
Some sick covers, but yeah.
On to the next one, whatever it is. I forget the order of this. It's Kanan-Sama.
Let's go.
Mistress Kanan is devilishly easy. Delightfully devilish, Seymour.
I made that joke like 4 times in the first episode.
Delightfully devilish.
Yeah,
wonderful
devilish.
line. I was surprised to see that this is Studio Kai, because it kind of doesn't look that great. And they made the big like industry planned fantasy show last season, the one that looked like a movie for like 2 episodes, and then it started to fall off. This just immediately doesn't look that great. But it is very nice. It is an enjoyable show.
It's much more fun than I expected.
Yeah, because it's all about fucking Kaguya voice actor Aoi Koga is her name, right?
Yeah.
Trying to outsmart people around her and like shooting herself in the foot every single time. That is literally the premise of this show. She tries to be like, she sees herself as superior because she's the daughter of Beelzebub. She's like, oh, you lower life form humans, ha ha ha, and it always ends up biting her in the ass somehow. And it's a solid formula so far.
Yeah, like so it's like the setting is like typical rom-com where the arrogant girl is actually a loser and doesn't know anything of romance, but like the first thing that spices up is the general shamelessness.
Yes.
Like for starters, well, you see the designs and you know what type of content you may be getting.
She's got tits the size of like Southeast Asia.
Yeah, everyone has planetoid titties.
Oh yeah.
But like, it's surprisingly not that. Like, I called it passive ecchi, where like she has outfits that clearly are just meant to make her tits look as big as possible, but they. Well, at least until the recent episode, they don't like shove the guy on her tits or have her get naked randomly for no reason. Like, I actually kind of like that, but it's also like, well, especially as it goes on, like It kind of feels like it's just going in a list of fetish by fetish. Like last episode had the swimsuit and sweat. it's it's pretty wild. And I also like the guy being so unabashedly
The guy
horny
is
about
very
her.
forward, yeah.
Yeah, like so the whole bit about her being embarrassed is because the guy shows zero shame about it. Like
Oh, yeah.
she says, like kneel to me, and he kneels, and if she says to lick her feet, he will lick her feet and say, "Oh, I would love to do that with all my heart."
And she would be like, lick my feet and be like, haha, this is so humiliating. You won't want to do this, but you will because you're like my subservient, obedient dog. And he'll just do it immediately. And she's like, wait, whoa, wait. she's never ready for how quickly he responds to anything.
He's just a cat, like he knows what he wants.
He's just a cool
because
guy.
he's like they are already dating, and the main reason they are dating is because he's being that forward. Like, I want to be your boyfriend, and we have to go on dates, and she just says yes because she doesn't want to lose pride.
And she's too prideful to deny any of this and like admit she fucked up at any point. And that ends up being everyone else's benefit at all times.
Did you see the last episode, the one from yesterday?
I did not know.
Oh, it's really good.
Oh, it's really good. I like.
But also, I do worry how much mileage this will have because I mean, so far I'm still having fun, which I mean, it's actually already surprising. But because they already date by episode 2. And he already went all forward about, we have to. I kind of want to fuck already. They are going pretty fast. So I'm like, what else are they going to do when they already came this far? Will they be stuck in second base forever or what?
Who knows? Well, they also introduced her maid. I forget her name.
It feels it will be more.
Maid.
It feels it will be more dependent on side characters as it goes.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the poster and there's like five characters here I haven't seen yet. But like the maid is a great addition to start. Like she just leaves behind a trail of of people at the school.
Yeah, the last episode is basically her trying to make them fuck, actually fuck.
Nice. Yeah, because she's like, what the fuck are you waiting for? You're a 1,000-year-old demon girl. Just fucking... God damn it.
Yeah, and she accurately pointed out, like, oh, at this rate, they will kiss in like 1,000 years, maybe.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
Yep. So this is a delightful little show. Like, nothing insane visually, but good enough. Like, the stills are pretty good.
Yeah.
Is this relatively popular? Because I've seen no one talk about it.
Yeah, it's surprisingly not that popular. Yeah. Like, I remember the visuals and all that being really popular, but the actual anime hasn't hit as hard.
Yeah, it has not very many faves on any list.
I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people were kind of mixed on Naoikoga, but that's about it. I never heard anyone saying like, "Oh, this is mid" or anything.
It's perfectly fine. it's a cute little.
Yeah, if you can tolerate the edge, like it's a pretty good shout.
All right. What's next? Kamiina Botan.
Yo.
Fully blossoms when drunk. I think I saw you post some pictures of this.
Yeah, this is one of those insanely good looking shows this season.
Ooh. I know nothing about it.
So this show is kind of just I guess a cute girl slice of life set in like a college dorm room. So I think like the youngest character is 20 years old. Yes. And this show, the entire premise of this show is essentially just that alcohol is amazing, and that we should all be drinking more of it. Which is the official stance of the Tokyo Podfathers. I don't know if I'm going to say that, but basically it's just the most vibes show ever, of characters just hanging out, drinking together, slice of lifestyle. But what elevates this show to just being insanely vibes is that it's like the most well-produced slice of life show ever.
Okay.
with like insane staff. I'm really bad at names, but it's. I don't know if you've seen Yamano Susume.
Oh my god. I
I
don't think
have
I've
at least.
seen it, but I know of it.
That's like an animation fan's darling.
Yes.
And this show is like, I think overlaps some staff with that show.
Okay.
Yes.
Um, I don't know if Collapsed has more details about staff or
No,
why the
I
show
only
looks so good.
not really. I only know it does have some overlap with Yamano's, which is like one of the highest regarded productions of recent years. Especially, well, at least because, at least among the Sakura circles, because like as you say in general, like people will always mention a shonen, but because it's slice of life, people are really into like the consistency and fluidity of subtle animation, like uh, uh the 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 physical language of the characters and other use of visuals and camera to convey messages.
Yeah, so essentially the show is just a super vibes based slice of life show, as I said, just kind of entirely focused on characters hanging out, drinking, and just sort of talking and being good and being all incredibly gay for each other. That's that's
Hell yeah.
but what makes it just really work is how how the production is just insanely intricate, like the way the facial expressions work, the way the fabric of the clothes like drapes around the body is just stupidly detailed and insanely well directed. Um, and I don't really know how else to put it, but that just makes it for an insanely good slice of life show.
Makes me think of that one
Uh,
scene, like the one that makes fun of or like over animating.
Just Shiraku. Yeah.
It was like,
I mean,
just think of the hardworking animators having to animate us talking in this room to each other. It's like way too detailed.
I mean, I'm also like a general cute girls enjoyer, so it would be a good time for me regardless of the production. But it's definitely helping to put the mood of the chill vibe of two friends.
It has been
Well, usually two friends drinking together.
a while since I enjoyed a good old cute girls doing cute things, doing drunk things show. Like just an all girl hanging out cast. I feel like that's been a while since I've seen one of those. Might check
yeah,
this out.
this is basically like, you know, how Kyoto Animation slice of life shows just hit different because they look so good and so detailed.
Oh yeah.
This is kind of some of that effect. Like the vibes are just amplified because it just looks insanely good, and it's also really creative in its visuals. There's some like shafty directing in it as well.
Yeah,
At
especially
times.
the last episode.
Especially the most recent one. And that's also, I think, like a different director every episode, or a different key animator, or
Oh nice.
Yeah.
like shifting staff, but all of them just give it like an ridiculous amount of effort. Like it's a very much a passion project type thing, where it feels like some hugely talented animators and directors just came together and went, "Do you want to put like 500% effort into this random show to make it just insanely good?"
That sounds
It's
fun.
also
this-
oh, I was just going to say it's fitting because like the content of the manga, like so it's these girls hanging out together, but it's usually like bonding over their different interests. Like, well, there's mainly alcohol, but also like it's clear the author is like kind of a movie nut, and they will sometimes just randomly say, "Oh, have you seen this random movie from 1960?" And I think they also talk about music in the last one. I forgot.
Have you
But
ever
yeah, and
ever heard about
and,
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard?
and according
you ever
according
watched-
to some manga readers, the manga has indeed that vibe of the author just wanting to gush about his own hobbies, which is very fitting for friends drinking together and being such a passion project.
This being like a drinking anime kind of reminded me that we're getting a smoking one soon. I think it's next season.
True.
The one
Yeah.
smoking
Oh,
around the
God.
supermarket.
I think it's like smoking behind the supermarket
with you.
with a hot goth baddie, but I think
Hot,
that's just
hot
my
goth
interpretation.
baddie and an old businessman. Like that manga is so fucking peak. Guys, be so excited. I love that series. It's gonna be so fucking good.
So
Anyway.
to God, if it's the girl carrying everything again, but anyway.
Oh no. What is it? It's called Smoking Behind. I want to see if they have the. Do they have a voice actor for the guy yet? Yeah, they do. Who is he? It's not Sanji. God damn it. I was hoping it would be the exact same cast as After the Rain. That would have been so fucking funny.
That would be funny.
But no. Sadly no. That's gonna be peak. That's next season. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but this is like if you're this just to give sort of a sense of scale, if someone claimed this is the best looking slice of life show of all time, you wouldn't really have a reasonable argument against it. It's actually insanely well produced. So if that's what you're looking for, if you just like, I want a good solid slice of life show with very like just appealing good characters with rich personalities that also looks insanely good, then this is just gonna be a hit immediately.
Right. That's high praise. I'll probably definitely check out the first one. Oh, oh no. Wait. I'm just gonna mute my Facebook real quick. I think the message sound came through because it's all the same.
I didn't hear anything.
No, but I think it came through on stream because OBS just takes your audio. It's like just my PC audio. So anything that makes a sound comes through, I think.
I see.
So it's like a big boom. That's muted now. Anyway, anything else on Kamiina?
Just watch it. That's all I can say.
That's an order.
It's hard to express why you should be watching it, other than to just tell you to, and then you'll see.
Okay.
Vibes.
I will check it out. All right, next. I forget. This is like a surprise for me too. I numbered these, and now I have forgotten everything. So what's next? The Ramparts of Ice. Kokuri no Johiki. I think that's just block.
Oh, really?
The Ramparts of Ice sounds like the political situation in the US right now.
It's like when I hadn't considered that, and then when I read it out loud now, it's like, ooh, ice, ooh.
Okay, so did you guys watch Polar Opposites last season?
Only the first episode.
Yes, I watched this.
Yeah, Whoops did.
So this is the same author, but this is a considerably more dramatic romance. Maybe Whoops will be into this once I describe it. The first episode in the premise reminds me of Kimi no Todoke. It is about this introverted girl that has a resting bitch face that everyone is afraid of.
Hell yeah.
And
I do like
those.
I do like resting bitch face. I do like resting bitch face.
Yeah, but this girl, however, is much more cynical because Kimi is more about her actually wanting to be friends and all that. But this one is more about her rejecting. Well, not rejecting, more like being incredibly cynical about having friends.
Okay.
Because she comes from bullying in middle school, and that it is a very how to say it, constant baggage for her in the show. Like almost every episode will have a flashback of her bullying.
So is the Ramparts of Ice? Is that like meaning that she's like hiding behind?
Yes, they have very they have not subtle visuals that when someone talks to her, she starts summoning a wall of ice.
Right.
Like it's not subtle.
Oh, they do. She does that in the show. Like she domain expansion, Ramparts of Ice.
Yeah, we're like, okay, the visuals are strangely cool, actually.
The word rampart reminds me of that one legendary Ask Me Anything on Reddit with, I think it was Woody Harrelson, who had completely misunderstood the point of an Ask Me Anything. So he was there to be like, ask me anything about my new movie, Rampart. And anytime people would ask him all kinds of questions, and anytime he would deflect and be like, I don't know what you're saying that, but anyway, my new movie, Rampart,
That's really funny.
it's like someone in his PR team did not know what an Ask Me Anything
what Ask Me
actually
Anything?
is. Yeah, so that was a fucking
Yeah.
disaster.
So anyway, yeah, so like she has trouble having friends. She's very cynical about it because she expects like everyone is trying to bully her and everything. Like she thinks they are fake because in her high school she meets this group of people that are outgoing,
Bunch of
friendly, and
phonies.
she keeps having doubts. And these first episodes have been focusing on a guy that naturally makes friends, but is also like a bit unaware, or how do you call that? Dense. Also dense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, just like unaware.
Yeah, because so he will constantly talk to her when, despite being clear that she doesn't really like the type of talk that he does. And it has become it is actually contentions in episode trends and the like because because she shuts down almost any conversation, and the only thing he has to talk about is her middle school life. And he keeps crossing that boundary because she had already stated like, oh, I had a really bad time in middle school, so I would rather not talk about that. Like he just keeps bringing it up. And the recent episode was a cliffhanger where she just straight up snapped and told him to fuck off.
All
And
right.
people are like divided in like, okay, the guy is just a bit dense. Like he has good intentions.
Yeah, you're being
And
a fake bitch. Just stop talking to me. Oh my god.
Yeah, and other people are like, okay, but I have been on the MC situation, and people like that are just really annoying and need to be told off. And so, like, it's an interesting show to discuss. It's more
Okay.
because Polar Opposites is much more a fluff rom-com. This is definitely more
Yes.
introspective of the characters and their personalities. Like, this is, it has romance tones, but it is much more about figuring their characters. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
like
good.
how they will grow and maybe go along together more.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it's also a bit mixed because like people came from a fluff rom-com to a more dramatic show. Some people are mixed. Some people think it's a bit more boring or over dramatic, but I'm enjoying it still.
Cool. All right.
I'll check an episode of that out. I think sounds
The
decent.
first episode is the best, so
Okay.
maybe like 3 episodes.
So just do that one. Skip the rest.
I'll just
Nah, I wouldn't.
I'll
I
watch
wouldn't go that
exactly
far,
one
but-
episode.
Okay. What's
But
next?
yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Akane-Banashi, which I had intended to start, and then I realized the other day that it hadn't auto downloaded for some reason, and
Damn.
so I didn't. And now I feel like I don't know, maybe it's like I don't think Rakugo is like that exciting as a as a subject, so maybe.
This is quite good.
Okay.
I don't think you have to be into Rakugo to be into Akane-Banashi. Just like how you don't have to be into Karuta to be into Chihaya Furu. I don't know if that's in any way
You have to
meaningful
be
to
into
you.
Magic the Gathering to be into Chihaya Furu.
Yeah, the Chikaya comparison is very apt because it's like, oh, how could you make these seemingly boring ass activities seem exciting?
Speaking of, what the fuck ever happened to Chihaya Furu? Is it just done?
No,
No,
it's
it-
season 3 or something. The manga or the anime?
The anime, that kind of just stopped.
It's season 3 ended and we don't know anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Because that's
When it
so
was-
That was
seriously good enough.
2019. That's the last. What the hell?
It's a long while.
Okay. Anyway.
There's that similarity, but this is much more shonen. Like you see it and you will know what I mean. It's less like Chihayafuru and more. It's like Shikarafuyu meets Haikyuu
Okay.
because you
Yeah.
have people like reacting and screaming and saying, "Oh, how did he do that?" And the whole like,
Holy
and, like,
shit.
and when someone locks in, everyone can feel their aura and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's not super shonen over the top, but there's elements of that where it's sort of almost like a weirdly, like, okay, the show is basically about Akane, the protagonist, and she's always been into Rakugo through her father, but and he was like doing a promotion exam to basically become like a master tier Rakugoka.
Mhm.
And then he just randomly, everyone in the exam just randomly gets told by this old man, like, you all suck, young people suck at Rakugo. You should all quit. You're banned. You're banned from our
Like society, yeah.
from our group, from our society. So her father just kind of quits and becomes like I think he becomes like a cement salesman or something like that. Something like boring, I guess. And she's just like, fuck that guy. I'm gonna be good at this, and I'm gonna go learn under the same teacher that my father had, and I'll show his ass that I can do this. So there's already kind of like a almost shonen like.
Yeah, doing it to spite the old ones.
No, yeah, and I mean she does love it, and
Right.
but it's very much about her sort of climbing in this sport and making a name for herself, or sport, I say, in this performance, making a name for herself, and also meeting others doing the same thing, learning to be disciplined and stuff. So it is sort of, there is some like Haikyuu Chihaya elements in it for sure, even though it's not a competitive thing. It's sort of able to make it feel that way, while also just having charming characters and good story pacing, which just help it keep engaging, even if you're not necessarily into Rakugo.
All right.
It's just good storytelling so far.
Okay.
Like kind of the same thing with Chihaya Furu, where you're like, I don't know why I'm so into this, but I am. This has that same energy where it just manages to make it interesting.
Yeah, it also has another shonen quality. Is like this. They put the girl through some training, and it's some things that barely seem to how to say it, fit Rakugo or whatever. And then it just revealed like, oh, I actually put you for you to learn this. Like, oh my god, it's so cool or whatever. But
Yeah, like she has to go and work in a restaurant as a server.
yeah, to learn how to pay attention to the customer and stuff like that.
I mean, it sounds a little contrived, but it does work. Where it's like,
Yeah,
you're just performing for yourself, and you need to be performing for the audience. So you have to go into service, into like service industry, to sort of get a sense of just doing something not in this like self-indulgent way. But there's stuff like that. It's just a good show, and again, it's a hard one to just convey in explanation why it's good, but it just works.
yeah. So far, it's a bit carried by Akane herself. She's pretty fun. Everyone else
Yeah,
is kind of whatever. I'm a bit neutral on the Rakugo, but yeah, it's fun.
it's just an easy watch. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. Even if you think I'm probably not going to be into it, I would say just watch the first episode or two, and you'll get a sense of whether you will or not.
Check.
You'll probably surprise yourself.
And I'm back. All right.
Oh, you're
Had to go attend a quick idle meeting. Not that any of you know what that means. Moss would know. I miss Moss. All right.
He's not dead.
Isn't he?
he's in our heart.
he's he's still real to me, damn it. All right. Next one is one I've been looking forward to. It's the klutzy class monitor and the girl with the short skirt. Or I think the older manga title is like the story of a high school prefect and a girl with too short of a skirt or whatever. It's a great little rom-com that I've been looking forward to getting adapted for like ages now.
For like,
I don't know when it got announced, but I had it added to my planning like I had forgotten that it came out this season, and then I sorted my seasonal overview by my shows or whatever. Like you can mark only show the ones I have added, and then it showed up at the bottom. I was like, oh, that's now. Holy shit. Um, yeah, it's a wonderful manga. I've been reading it since like basically the beginning. I think it started in 2019. I used to be on r/manga a lot back then. It has a very particular art style that I've always loved. Like very thick, sharp lines, very angled faces. It looks wonderful, and I think they've done a great job adapting it, like the visuals, to a like reasonable degree. Like they could never do it 1-to-1. That would be insane. It would look crazy. But they've done a great job adapting it. You're also watching this, right? Block, I think.
Yes.
Yes. What do you think?
It's pretty fun. More than I also expected from the premise in the title.
Mhm.
Like I expected this to be like more trashy comedy because short scared like. But no,
Yeah.
it's a very I mean I know it's a bad word, but it's kind of generic, but
A little bit.
it has enough charm in its humor and especially the visuals. Like it looks really nice.
It's like the visuals, and I think like I guess the way the characters interact is like what makes it stand out. Yeah, because like on its surface, it is just another like high school rom-com, but it's like the whole thing is that the guy, whatever the fuck his name is, he has the word Sakurai Daimon is like his last name or whatever. I forget his first name. Doesn't matter. He's a prefect, and so like the title with the short skirt thing is because the main girl Poemu poem hikes up her skirt for like fashion reasons, and he's a very strict class monitor, so he will call her out on it because she's like breaking the rules. That is the entire reason for the title. they don't really play it for like etchy or lewd scenes, but he's also very forward. He will just straight up call her like beautiful and nice because objectively that is true. So he will just say it, and of course she's not expecting that. So we're kind of entering a bit of the same realm as Kanan, where like she's trying to throw him for a loop and he will just be extremely straightforward. Except this guy actually also gets embarrassed every once in a while, unlike the guy in Kanan. And so yeah, we just go through and like they immediately become best friends. Like not best friends. Like they're like starting to fall for each other a little bit. We meet some of her friends, and they start talking to our main character guy. And we start meeting a bunch of like the other the council. Not council. What's it called? Like you have
disciplinary committee.
You have the committee. I think they're all called committee members. It's like you have, of course, the school press, who's like basically the king of the world. As always in these shows, the press is like basically just like the emperor or whatever. No one can ever argue with press. But yeah, a lot of the charm of the show is from like how it looks and all the little like side characters and how they all interact. Because we meet the other committee members, and there's like a health committee member who's like used to be a delinquent or is a delinquent and still acts like one, but is also just a very good at taking care of people. And,
I think it's generally the slapstick of it, like from both character writing and the actual comedy. Like everything is exaggerated that it prevents it from feeling stale.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dynamic of the mains is like typical tsundere and dense guy, but
yeah,
I feel because the guy is such a prude, like it makes his denseness a bit more fun
But it
than
is like
I usually tolerate.
they all have like this weird juxtaposition thing going on where he's very strict with the rules, but he's at the same time so what he presents as like the model student. He looks like someone who's supposed to be good in class, but he is in fact an idiot.
Yeah, Thomas, yeah.
He's bad at school. Like he can't do math, for instance. And like she wants to present as this like I don't know, cool, fashionable, like one of the cool girls or whatever. But she's so easily flustered, and her name is Poem, which she hates.
I also really like the guy who is the librarian.
The library guy.
Yeah, like he's a really hot and a womanizer in the library.
yeah.
But the moment he takes a single step outside the library, he becomes a dweeb.
His whole thing is that when he's in his element, the library, surrounded by books, he's like this, the hottest guy you've ever seen.
And like in the last step, so like in order to make publicity with him, like the president built a tiny library platform,
right?
So he could stand there. But if he steps outside that single piece of library, he reverts back.
Right.
I like it.
So they all have this like what they present as and what they actually are, and the show is great at like making comedy with that. Like you also have the second in command vice president or whatever, big fucking guy, shit brick house of a man, childhood friends with the president, and of course they're like they're kind of like crushing on each other, right? But it's like he plays it off as like a rivalry, so he's always trying to one up her, which she uses like to her benefit. So for instance, they're raising money for something, and his whole thing is that he wants to raise more than her, but from her perspective that just means that they raised more money. It's like a win-win. He wins, he feels great, and she gets more money for the thing. It's like it's perfect. Let him win. It doesn't matter.
Also, like you mentioned the contrast, because apparently he's also like a nepo baby from a rich family.
He's like rich boy,
and he could have just cheated to win, but he decides that it has to be through his own effort.
Right, he actually pulls a night shift to get paid so that he can put that money in the donation to win. So like still technically playing dirty by donating his own money, but like he went and earned that for that specific purpose. He could have just put whatever he had in his pocket in and won instantly, but he didn't. So it's like good morals, just a good guy, and they remind me very much of like Satsuki and Gamagori from Kill la Kill.
Yeah, the same.
Especially the way she looks, like her eyebrows are massive, and other attributes.
I watched.
What?
I watched some of this. But I think only like 10 minutes or something. But I just immediately went, this is very loud and very present, and I'm not sure if I'm in the headspace for that right now.
Yeah, it's loud and
it is pretty loud.
Like Kill la Kill is an apt comparison. It is kind of in that like studio trigger comedy vibe.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
So, but it does look very good. It has like these really cool, very sharp character designs and super bright, like almost comic book like lighting.
Technically the manga is still ongoing, but the release schedule has slowed way the fuck down. And they both got haircuts. Like both main characters have gotten haircuts at some point, and they look like fucking dog shit now. Like,
no.
Oh yeah, both of them got way worse. Cause like Poem has this really cool like round bob with like one strand of hair around one eye. It's like it's super distinct.
She already has short hair.
Yeah, but they've got like gets styled in a different way. Yeah, it's just like at some point they're like, have you read this at all, Block?
No, I don't read manga really.
Oh my god. I hope we get to their dads. Their dads are fucking amazing. They have like several subplots in the manga of just the dads. and they're fucking amazing. I hope we get to them. Hope there's time in this season. I'm just so excited to see all this stuff adapted because I've been reading it since 2019. It's nice to see it. All right. What's next? Awajima Hyakkei. 100 cases of Awajima.
This is, I don't know if any of you are watching this, either of you?
I am.
I think Block is.
This might be my favorite show of the season. It's between this and Nippon Sangoku, which we'll, I guess, get to later.
Do we have that one?
But this is basically like an ensemble cast show to the most, taking that idea of like an ensemble cast to the most extreme degree, in that it's just basically like cutting up the entire anime into like episodic or even like 3 stories an episode about all these different girls and their relationship to this school, Awajima, which is like a high class performance school. So like dance and music and stuff like that. And basically, like, I think so far with the first 3 episodes, we've had like 8 or 9 character stories explored already, and like the way these weave into each other, and it's just all super well told, beautifully told stories.
Mm-hmm. Is Awajima the place or something?
Yes, Awajima is the school. So it's
Okay.
called 100 Scenes of Awajima. So it's kind of like an anthology type show, but all the stories weave together. Where, like for example, in the second episode, I think you start off following this girl who basically never went there, but her friend went there, went to Awajima, but she was bullied out of it, and she only finds out like 30 years later because she was a huge fan of her in middle school. And so we see that story play out. Like she finds letters at the funeral of this woman and finds out what happened there, and that she was kind of bullied out of it. And then from that we shift to the story of the bully. Like, how did they get to that school? Why are they the way they are? Where she comes from like a longer line of people who have gone to this school, and there's a lot of pressure on her, and she kind of takes that out on other people. And then from that we go to her mom. Like, why did her mom raise her in a certain way?
Oh my god.
How was her time at that school? And then we go to her mom. Like in the first episode we see like 3 or 4 stories, or like 3 generations of like
generational
how
trauma.
these people.
Yo,
how these
dog,
people
we heard
have
you like stories, so we put stories in your stories.
Yeah, basically, it like weaves this web where it's like the side character in one story then becomes the main character in the next story, and it sort of weaves this all between each other to give you a real, like, really broad but surprisingly deep sense of who these characters are and who the characters surrounding them are and what their histories are. And it just has such good storytelling that it can do this, and can just spend like 10 minutes telling one character's story, and because you've had all this context already, you can get such a good sense of who they are and how they function, even if this is a show with so many characters.
There's also the directorial choice of episodes being achronological. So like, they pick a character, but like we've said, the one of the friend that didn't go, it starts with the woman in the funeral as an old woman. Then it goes to her childhood, then the school years, then it goes back to the present where she's an old woman, then back to when they were in school. So it jumps around a lot. And honestly, I will say I'm not getting full into it because, like he said, that there are many characters and it's a bit spreading a bit itself thin. Because, for example, there's like quote unquote the 3 protagonists, like the ones that are in the poster and the ones that the synopsis talk about, but they pretty much have only had like single lines in the last 2 episodes. So like, even here, like, I find the stories themselves compelling, but I'm not getting any time to get properly attached to every character.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. It's not like a show where you can easily like get attached to a single character. You just have to like experience their stories.
Yeah.
And sort of, that's the main appeal. It's just really, really good storytelling, but you're not gonna get like hours of screen time of a character once their story is told. Probably you're probably just gonna see them appear in like the sidelines of other characters' stories.
Okay.
But so far, it's literally like the first episode features one of the girls like sort of in the present, I guess, or like the most recent time within that school, and she needs to have her parents convinced that she can go, and there's like her aunt is able to do that for her, and the aunt is then the childhood friend from the girl that used to go to the school that got bullied, and then the bully is now the teacher, and the teacher's mother was at the school, and it's like
and the third episode is about them.
It's like all connected because it's all basically these girls who either come from families that have long histories with this school, um, or like they're from the area, so they know people that have went there.
Okay.
It's really cool, honestly, and it's just beautiful storytelling. The second episode in particular is about this girl who sort of was like the building star, but she just sort of got it all beaten out of her, both by her like by the bully character, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's just very gorgeous storytelling. I'll also put this as one of the shows this season that I think looks incredibly good.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
super-
the latest episode of Awajima and Botan were the same director. Oh, no, well, not director, the key animation director. Which is why they both feel like they jump around a lot.
Yeah, but yeah, it does look very good. It's very well directed, very very delicate. Again, very engaging storytelling. It is the type of show that has a lot of narration and a lot of like super character focused storytelling. So if you don't want a lot of text in your storytelling, I guess this might put you off. But it does manage to make that all feel very intimate.
I do wish the designs were more diverse because I kind of have to rewatch almost every episode to remember who is who, because everyone is just a girl with
Oh god, who's
middle,
this?
middle,
Who are they related
middle
to?
black hair.
I've not had that issue, but I guess I might start doing that once, or might start needing to do that.
In the last episode, I only was keeping track of who was who because one girl had like really thick lips.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
But
especially
it's
with the
pretty
shifting
good.
between time. Especially with the shifting between time, it just gets kind of
Oh my
confusing.
God. What a segue.
Yeah, last episode apparently people were complaining in threads and the such that it was getting too confusing.
I have an incredible segue because the next show is a show with very few characters, and I still don't know who is who. If we're done talking about Awajima.
Yeah, just again, it's a very
Okay.
good show if you want like anthology type ensemble cast.
Yeah, and it's a slow drama, so like if you get bored easily, you can pay attention.
Okay,
instead.
if you get bored easily, I have a show for you. It's called Needy Girl Overdose.
What?
What? This show is crazy. I have such a hard time keeping track of who is who, and there's like 6 characters, but 3 of them look identical. So I'm like, who the fuck is this?
I want to believe only like okay, so I feel like Kasha, the girl that is has her hair half white, half black, is the main. And there's the VTuber K Angel that I feel it's more.
There's the VTuber K Angel, and then there's like this trio in the middle called Karamazov, which I remember because that's also the name of Inquisitor in Warhammer. I was like, oh, that name, that sounds familiar. It's Karamazov.
Yeah. And Kasha, whose life is suffering.
And then I think we sometimes, like, there's some other girl who looks a lot like the one on the left. It's another character with black hair and like a gothic Lolita style outfit, or like a maid outfit, who keeps talking about some person called P. And K Angel also sometimes talks about a person called P. So I'm assuming they're the same, but it's like not super clear.
No, I just remember. I remember that who you were talking. I don't know her name, but I just remember. I will take back my argument that Kakashi is the protagonist. Now they are pretty much sharing
Because it's like,
screen time.
if you read the description of this show, presumably it's about like 3 different like streamer groups. There's the one with the split hair. She's like some low level whatever up and coming
Yes.
streamer who lives with a boyfriend, and she kind of hates him, but they're still together because I guess it's nice not being alone. Then you have these 3 in the middle, Karamazov, who have like 500,000 followers each, and then there's K Angel, who's like the biggest fucking streamer in the world apparently at 10 million. And
that
like
one other,
and that's
the other girl.
and then the other girl, who I don't know if that's actually like K Angel, because they both talk about someone called P, who is like this shapeless person, presumably the player character from the game it's based on. It's
Okay, I think it's different. Oh no, they're the same. They're the same. The one with the really intense episode, you mean?
the episode 3.
Yes.
Yes, like that is
Yes,
that
she
is
is
told
K-Angel.
as K Angel's backstory.
Yes.
But then you also see, because she's watching, this same character stops on the street to watch a broadcast with K Angel in it. So how is she in both places at once, or is it taped? I don't know. They don't tell us. It's like I find it very disorienting, the storytelling going on. The directing is
Okay, yeah, I hadn't noticed that. I
crazy.
thought they were different characters. Just because I
Some-
read the annual.
'cause I keep flip flopping. It's like they're the same. No, they're not. They're the same. No, they're not.
No, I'm on the analyst page and it only says she is K Angel. Like,
Right.
There's, but the directing, like
I
you
feel
say,
like the
makes
simple
confusing.
answer is that she is K Angel, but then how is she watching herself on the TV? I don't know.
Or maybe it's like she saw someone that she's sick to imitate, and it
Yeah,
just ended up being
But
K.
but
like
when I
K-Angel.
saw that it was based on a game, that like a bell rang in my brain, being like, wait, I saw someone stream this. It's like this crazy game where you're like being the support, like either like manager or boyfriend or something of this streamer girl, and you kind of have to keep her motivated or she fucking kills herself. There's like 1,000 different routes it can take. It's like, and it's just all bad news for this streamer girl. So it seems I think the game was renamed to.
I think it was a streamer overdose or
It was called like
overdose.
Needy, like Streamer Girl Overload. I think it got renamed to, because Overdose was too extreme or something. But now the show is here, and I think I went 1 minute in this show until I stopped to look up and see who made it, because I was convinced it was going to be like a Go Hands production. The first episode is inexcusable. It looks like shit. It is so off-putting.
I mean, it has its moments in the first minutes, but later on it really gets.
It gets better. It gets a lot better. Like episode 2 and
reminds me
3 got me way
general,
back.
In general, it reminds me a lot of Monogatari. Like
They want to be
because
Monogatari so bad. It's actually insane how much they want to be Monogatari.
And because of the topic they handle, a lot of people also say like it's a modern Lane.
I haven't seen Lane, but I know a bit about. I know very little about Lane.
Lane is too unique because it kind of. My brain is not big
like
enough to
episode
discuss
1
Lane, but Lane is more about like not a prediction. Shit, I'm not the person to talk Lane to, but Lane kind of like predicted how
it called
the
a bunch of
internet
stuff.
and
They couldn't
like
have
how
known.
relationships would change with the internet and how it could evolve in the
so
future.
the entire first episode of this is basically just a bunch of vignettes, like with no real coherent anything, being like, online is bad. It's bad. Streamers, it's parasocial, it's parasitic. No one likes you. No one likes each other, but they love you and they need you. And oh my god!
I will say the first episode did put me off a bit because of the script. Because I would describe it as if a college dropout
yes,
about social
I was
media
thinking
where-
like some like high school art film project kind of thing where the editing is nonsensical. I think the first episode does a lot of harm to this show.
I don't know. Like I said, I think the visual directing itself made it really interesting. It helped with the pace and in general. But I only had problem with the actual dialogue. Like it's too ham-fisted at first.
It hurt my brain to look at because it was like CG and badly drawn and like weird cuts. It's like it looked awful.
Yeah, and so wait, we haven't seen what it really is about. So like it's like this general streamer culture.
I'm not super sure what it is. Like, what is the through line? What is the plot? Like they describe it as kind of these 3 battling streamer groups where like
same. The trailer. I saw the PV and I thought it was like, oh, are they going to like play video games in a competition or something because it had like action? But no, it's like it's just like an how do you call those?
They talk about doing collabs, but the collab they do in episode 3 is like on a fucking like stadium, massive stage, and they just like interview each other, and then some fucking psychopath rushes the stage with a knife, trying to stab K-Angel, and she just like grabs the blade and puts the knife down and then walks off. It's like, what? What do you? That's a no security ever. No one stopped this person. No one ever tackles this armed stranger with a fucking knife. It's like, what is this? That kid. Nonsense.
So like every time it rotates, it also feels like the team itself changes because K-Angel is more seen like a symbol of like the success and everything. And but then there's her backstory episode that is just like bullying.
Well, it's like there's like an entire episode that is like presented in. I like that it was in 4:3 aspect ratio to like show that it's old or whatever. It's like it's her growing up, it's her traumatic childhood, and then it ends with, or was I lying? Because I am a streamer. You cannot believe anything I say. I will tell you anything to make you give me your money. I am a streamer. Aren't I so toxic? And I don't know. It feels very much like it's trying to be very deep, but it's not. It's like it's not a very deep observation that streamers and VTubers is parasocial, and that's probably bad if you get too into it. Like that's not a very that's not a very hard observation to make.
I don't think it's so much about the audience so much as the people behind it.
It's like how what has to be wrong with you to want to do this?
Like how self-destructive it can be, or the type of people that tend to.
I'm definitely interested to keep going with it because I feel like it gets better with every episode. Like it gets more coherent a little bit. I haven't seen the most recent one episode. There's like a 4th one out, I think. Came out today or yesterday. Yesterday.
And it's with Kasha, and it's like her backstory. Well, no, not backstory. Only the first bit, but it continues her timeline.
I'm curious to see how it keeps going because I don't. It feels like it has a lot of ideas, and I feel like it has a lot of trouble presenting them.
so like I said, every character kind of rotates theme, and Kasha is kind of just like her real life. Like we don't really see her performing besides those collabs we sometimes see. It is more about her life with her bartending and her boyfriend.
Yeah, she's like a bartender in a maid cafe and lives with like a freeloader.
Wait, you haven't seen it? Just say. Okay, there's a pretty good development in the last recent one with Kasha.
Hell yeah. I did like the scene in episode 3 where she's like, the guy is being bullied and she's like, well, just push back even a little bit and they'll run away. And he comes over with a bat, with a baseball bat. It's like, I killed one of them. And she's like, very good. Now kill the rest. Like, not that explicitly. And also, I'm not sure that he killed them, but it's like he definitely assaulted them with a fucking baseball bat, And then later it's like a police thing where now he's getting like they got him back too. So it's bad on both parties because everybody just got beat the fuck up. Yeah, but then it all ends with, but did that really happen? Am I just lying? You'll never know because I'm a streamer. I lie.
I think in general it's just about how the culture kind of corrupts them because like
Yeah.
in the recent,
You
well, I
can't-
don't want to spoil you, but in the recent
It's
episode
all
with
a show.
Kashi-
You can't trust anything they say. You don't know them, technically.
yeah, so the recent episode with Cash, like she kind of just snaps because from all the online bullying she's receiving and
There hasn't been a
conversations she
lot of
has.
her like streamer stuff in the first 3 episodes, has there? It's more been her like observing the others and just showing off like her miserable life. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going with this. It is
Interesting
very
show.
interesting. I think the presentation leaves a lot to be desired because it is really just trying to be Monogatari once again. Like you can see the environment Karamazov group is sitting in. That is straight up just fucking. That is what's his name? Araraki's room, like with all the square pattern, like Bauhaus. Primary colors, stuff like that. All it needs is that stupid banana chair. It needs the banana couch. That's all that's missing. Anyway, I'll probably keep going. It's hard to recommend because it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What's next? Nippon Sangoku.
Man.
The Three Nations of the Crimson Sun.
Are you caught up, Whoops?
Yeah, not today's episode, but this show is so fucking good.
It's a good poster.
This is again one of the ones where I'm like, this is one of the best looking shows of the season, maybe the best looking show of the season, honestly. Are you in any way familiar with this panic?
No, not at all. I don't think.
Okay.
No.
So this is basically how do I explain this? It's like alternative history.
Country
type
splits
thing.
into 3 nations vying for hegemony. Oh my god,
Yes.
It's Fire Emblem 3 houses.
I describe it as someone having nostalgia for Edo Japan, but they wanted to keep cool stuff from the future.
It's like,
Yeah, it's
what if we had
basically-
ancient history but with nukes and guns?
Yeah, it's like so like in the near future, I guess, like Japan's issues with like housing and immigration start creating a what do you call it, like a civil war. And basically Japan just gets nukes itself into oblivion, kind of. And they sort of go into like slightly post-apocalyptic regression, but not regressing to like caveman times, but just like 100 years in the past, just kind of back to like the early 20th century, and like the feudalism where the nation splits into 3 states. And from that, it sort of tells a story of the protagonist who is super into history and military history and cultural history and stuff like that. But it's just kind of living his life in like a shitty agricultural village. And it's just sort of into that stuff just because he likes history. But he is super informed of like how we got here and why we're here and why the feudalist state is operating the way it does. But he has no real sense of activism. But his wife does. And so she gets killed by the regime, and he basically, to honor her as well as a sense of revenge, he tries to infiltrate this military regime in a way to sort of dismantle it from the inside out and hopefully unify Japan, which I guess is a even bigger plan. So it's kind of, there's some like Legend of the Galactic Heroes meets Finland Saga story going on here of like huge national political conflicts and military military strategy, but also trying to like reform an oppressive government, which is as storytelling super interesting, but it's also the type of thing that could be dry if it wasn't for the fact that this show just had some like insanely sharp directing and storytelling.
I do think some of the designs for background characters bother me because they look like Wojaks. It doesn't help that they behave like Wojaks because this is okay. The way background characters react to everything does give reminds me that this is a shonen because they regular. Oh, he's so insane. Like, oh, he did what? Like, oh, like I kind of find that annoying, and that's why it reminded me of Wojaks the way they react.
The designs are like weirdly detailed, so I guess I could see why you say that.
They're all like pogging. Oh.
But yeah, that's sort of like a strange thing about the show. Where it's like this super brutal political military drama, but then it's also kind of goofy at times, and that's like kind of the contrast that weirdly makes it work. Where the oppressors are like kind of cartoonish sociopaths in a way, but also at the same time super calculating and very.
Why was he joining the imperial regime again? Because like they killed his wife, but what did he say that his goal was? Does he just want to take it down, or take
Yeah, he
revenge
just wants to
with
take
the
it down from the inside. It's sort of like the first episode is one of the best pilot episodes I've seen in a long, long time. Which basically builds up to him just settling in country life, but his wife sort of tells him like, dude, you know a lot about like why this is wrong and the military history of it. Like you have to do something with that. But he's just kind of like, whatever. I just like history for the history of it. I'm not really gonna like try to change the world. But after his wife gets killed, he's kind of like, okay, fuck these guys, and also I guess I should honor her belief in me.
Damn, I guess I should honor my wife. Damn, fuck.
I don't think the way it tries to have the main guy be smart is a bit annoying because it feels very. He just quotes random philosophers and random trivia from history. It feels a bit ham-fisted the way they do it.
I don't think they really,
because like in the first
overdo
episode,
it.
like he just says like, "Oh, Sun Tzu said this," and who knows what else. Like it feels like the guy just wants to history nut around, and
Yeah, he is
do
kind
how
of
smart he
a
is.
show off, I guess. But yeah, this show looks like insanely good. It's like this really cool combination of super sharp, very tightly detailed designs, but also super interesting directing. Like there's a scene where a guy, like one of the oppressing military leaders come over and like he drops an apple and the military leader slips on it, so he has to be executed, and he starts counting down, and the numbers show up on screen of him like counting down from 30 to 10, like telling his soldiers like this guy needs to be fucking ripped to shreds in 30 seconds. And by the time it hits 30, you see the number 30 getting ripped apart and then splatters of blood on the snow and stuff, where they don't directly show it, but somehow it's still really brutal. And there's just cool directing stuff like that as well. And just super engaging storytelling. It's not dry because of visual elements like that, as well as the characters being just a little slightly exaggerated, but not extremely so, where they just sort of shift between these really dynamic, weird mannerisms, but also these super like intimidating, sharp, and calculating personas, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, in essence, it's just a really cool story about like alternative history and invading this regime. It's just giving like Legend of the Galactic Heroes and Villain Saga for me, like something that's sort of in the halfway point of those two.
I don't know. The way like you say that they over exaggerate how evil the regime is makes it feel much less nuanced than both of those. Like I get this will be more like him outsmarting everyone, but I don't know. I don't see it like having that level of how to say it, political play.
I get that sense. Maybe I don't know. I haven't watched episode 4 yet, the one that aired today. So maybe that.
I mean, I
sort
also
of
have only seen 3, but because how in episode 3 the what is he, a general? The balding guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, how he just intimidates everyone, kills everyone, and has the emperor peeing his pants.
Ooh,
That's
nice.
just too ham-fisted for me.
I think it's exaggerated in the mannerisms, but in terms of the political structures and the balance of power, I do feel like that's pretty well established, and it does that well.
All right.
I like it a lot. I think this is an awesome show. I think
might check it out. I do like
checking it.
I like the style.
It's very good looking.
Okay.
And the first episode is super engaging. So if you watch that, you're probably gonna be hooked as long as that episode works for you.
Mm-hmm. Right. We got one more show, and then we have all the sequel slop. It is Demons of the Shadow Realm by Bones Film. I think this is just Walk, right?
Wait, really?
I think.
Wait a sec.
What is this?
So it's the adaptation of a manga by the Fullmetal Alchemist author.
Oh.
And I didn't know this until the day it aired. And apparently it's one of the most popular shows of the season. It's literally right below Witch Hat. It's more popular than Akane-Banashi, for example.
I was not aware.
It is.
It's
it's 5th on any list.
That's pretty high, yeah.
Yeah. So it did make me wonder, is adaptation, is the manga hyped because I never heard of it before? Or is it just this is the Fullmetal Alchemist author doing all the heavy lifting? I don't feel it does that big of a lift, I don't know. But anyways, it's shonen, how to say it? Remember Gate? The one where a fantasy world invades the real...
I always wanted to watch Gate. I think it looks funny.
It's bad, but okay, you know the premise, right?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, the fantasy world invades the modern world, and they have to counter-invade and all that. So it starts in a feudal Japan village. It has its supernatural elements. And randomly, the MC spots a plane leaving a trail, and he calls it a dragon. And out of nowhere, it turns out that his village has been raided by soldiers, modern soldiers with rifles and helicopters and stuff. But also at the same time, there is this girl that also has powers. It's essentially a stand from JoJo. She just she has a floating mouth that accompanies her everywhere, and she uses it to chop people. The FMA, I don't remember. Yeah, the FMA is not very gory, but that scene was pretty nasty because she just bites 10 people off, and we see it in full glory. But the village is raided, and the MC has to escape. And it is apparently this raid is being led by his I think it was sister. I forgot if it's a guy or a woman. But because and this sister had apparently I really forgot because I think it's he thought his brother was in prison, but it was a fake, and this is the real brother, and he just doesn't believe it or something. I forgot these details of the first episode, but. But anyways, he wants to kill the MC, and he just escapes with the help of some elder spirits or something.
There's someone in it called
And
Hidari who looks very cute. She's like an ogre.
and so far the show is him running away from these modern military guys and their stand users or whatever. So yeah, it's very popular, but I will say it's I don't know, it's a bit stale.
Okay.
It has 4 episodes, and I feel barely anything has happened in the last 3 since the start. I feel the last is just the last episode stuff just started to happen finally. We have some action, but 2 and 3 felt like okay, what even happened? Like I guess he just starting to live in modern Japan. I guess like we see him have some culture shock and know the other characters, but not much else. And I guess it's a mystery. I don't know because yeah, like I say, he's just running away at the moment. Like we don't know why exactly the villains are chasing them. Like he's been completely reactive to the antagonist.
All right.
Yeah, and well, I don't know. It's popular. I don't exactly know. That's why it's popular. Like it for me, it's kind of a whatever shonen. Like
Yeah,
Full
but
Metal
it's
Alchemist is
being
my
carried
favorite.
by the big name,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but I would expect the popularity to dwindle, but it's still going strong. And
Right.
like FMA is my favorite anime, but I don't see that spark yet so far.
It's like I'm looking at
Like
these characters and they all look extremely Full Metal Alchemist. It's like just
yeah, and
one to
like
one.
the MC is kind of bland. He kind of just reacts to modern technology. He's scored by these two guys that are like I don't know. They are just kind of like bombs. I don't know how to say it. Like they are adults protecting him, but they are also like kind of losers. They are the elder spirits that only are there to fight.
Uh-huh.
The billion just recently got some screen time, but like I said, it hasn't really much.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a bit mixed, and everyone else that I know that follows it is also like a bit mixed on it. But it's very popular and
Okay.
two course. It's
Yeah.
two course as well. So like maybe it's just taking its time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see myself picking this up. I mean, maybe I don't know. I'd have to see a clip from it or something.
Okay, it's like Shoulder says in the comments. Like maybe it's just the fact that the protagonist is being completely reactive to the plot. Like we don't see him like take action on his own yet.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to check it out, the first episode got me hooked because it reminded me of like the Spanish conquest of the Aztec because it's like a technological civilization meeting a less advanced one. But we have spent most of the time since then in modern Japan. So
How many episodes? 24. God. Okay.
yes, so like
That's a big
some
ask.
people. So some people are like maybe it's just taking its time to cook. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm already looking at maybe starting the Nippon Sangoku and what was the first one?
Yeah,
The
I mean,
alcohol
I
one.
mean,
I was thinking
Kamiina.
about the
I-
alcohol one. Yeah, Kamiina.
yeah, just responding to Shoulder, like I did say that last step is this just when it finally started to move around again. Like I don't
Okay.
know, maybe it gets better. More. It picks up from here, but
Yes.
in the 4 episodes I have seen, it's not very impressive.
All right. We're about to enter sequel territory, and I think I'm the only one watching any sequels, except you're watching ReZero. We had some comments in chat about talking about ReZero season 4, and that's when I realized I didn't make a slide for it. So, real quick, what do you think of ReZero season 4?
I'm really not fit to talk ReZero season 4 because I have fallen off. Like this will pretty much be my last season of
Uh,
ReZero. Well, mainly because some meta knowledge. Because I heard talk about like, oh, the author is just like 1/3 finished with the novels, and it already has like a bajillion volumes, and like,
Oh my god.
okay, I don't care enough about Re:Zero to see this through the end. Like,
Mhm.
I'm already falling off, so maybe this is my last
I
season.
always find myself binging Re:Zero whenever I start it. So that's kind of why I watched a couple episodes of season 3 and stopped, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait till it's done, and I'm gonna binge it, and I haven't done that yet. And now there's another one, and I feel like someday I'll sit down in a weekend and just like gorge myself upon like 12 hours of Re:Zero, and it'll be like, oh, it's the best thing ever. Because it is good when it gets going. But I think there was a lot of like, just like, I don't know, like paddling, treading water in season 2. It was meandering, kinda. But then, like, when shit hits the fan, it gets real good usually.
Yeah, this season is pretty much that because, well, also last season, okay, so okay, like I said, I'm not paying too much attention at this point at the plot of Re:Zero. Like last season was like essentially, Emilia goes to this city, and the how are the bad guys called, apostles? Like there are like 3 of these guys, and they fight them, and it's a
Yeah.
very action-packed season.
Okay.
It has major I think most developments are for side
Yeah,
characters
because
than
the last thing I
Subaru
remember is like they go to the city and there's like a lady in a tower and she makes you fall in love with her or something. Like when you
Yes,
listen to her
yes,
speak,
that
you
is the
kill
start.
yourself, and then
Yes.
that's when I stopped. So
Yeah,
someday
that's like the
I'll pick
first
that.
6 episodes or something.
Okay.
But yeah, anyways, this season picks up in the ruins of the city after the battle. I forgot why, honestly, but now Emilia, Subaru, and Patricia have to go to a desert, and they are, I, typical travel. They plan stuff,
Mhm.
and there's this plot element where, yeah, do you remember Echidna?
Oh yes. How enchilada? How could I forget?
Okay, so she apparently is possessing Patricia, but I forgot if it's permanent or just whenever she wants. But she's, I mean, I guess she is also a part of the plot,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, so we are getting into some intense stuff now that they arrive at some. They were trapped in the desert, underground desert.
Nice. Okay.
Uh,
I mean,
yeah, and
it
okay.
does have a tendency to become peak. Like once you sit down and binge a lot of it, it is
And
solid.
the last 2 episodes was completely wild because I feel it's the first time in a while where we get some of that intense Re:Zero,
And that classic
oh yeah,
Re:Zero gore.
or yeah, horror. Because okay, so like, I,
Because I saw
so
you describe this in the Discord, and it sounded
yeah,
brutal.
yeah, it was insane, especially because we were like, everyone in my group is like falling off and barely paying attention, and then just Subaru completely loses his shit. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is happening, guys? And yeah, like someone explained, I didn't explain very well that the tunnel is like making them behave more aggressive. But yeah, they're like Subaru just dies a brutal deaths already. I think this season is the first time in like 15 episodes that he has one of those resets.
Mm. Yeah, those start becoming more and more rare. I feel in
Yeah, but
season
no, he already
2,
he already has like 5 because
right?
in
That's usually
episode
that is when the show usually gets very good. It's like when he's like just dying over and over and over
yeah,
again.
in episode 2 when they arrive to the desert, they are being like ambushed by a sniper,
Oh,
and Subaru gets killed like 3 times. His head gets blown off,
and like he doesn't
and
even know it happened or whatever. He just like
yeah,
wakes up.
like
What the
it
fuck?
took him. Like I think it took him several tries to escape from that one,
Reminds me of
and
Summertime Render.
yeah, the recent one in the underground tunnels where he just loses his shit. But
Remember?
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's getting more entertaining because, like you say, classic Re:Zero
Yeah.
horror.
Honestly, until you said it, I forgot that's his whole power. The reset on death. Like, Oh yeah, that's right. that is the gimmick. I completely forgot. But it also reminded me of, like I said with the sniper, that reminded me of Summertime Render, where it's basically the same power. Anytime he dies, he goes like a certain amount of time back. And then suddenly he just does it, and he has no idea how or why. But at some point, they find out that one of the guys has a sniper rifle, and they figure out, oh, I got sniped. That's what it was. Okay, so
Also,
ReZero.
to answer to Moss' comment, sadly, Emilia doesn't have a chest buff.
Well, she sounds like she has a presence buff in the more recent seasons. I always found
Yeah,
her
oh,
the least interesting of all the.
Yeah, season 3 was pretty good for Emilia, I think.
I don't want that. I don't want good things to happen to Emilia. I think she's boring.
Unbelievable.
I want Rem and
Yes,
Ram
they-
to wake up like an enchilada. Like, goddamn. There's so
Oh,
many
yeah.
other cool characters.
Oh yeah, this is the season where Rem may finally come back. I mean,
Holy
she's
shit.
she's in the
Still
OP.
dead?
They
Yeah,
have
she's still sleeping. It's incredible.
Damn.
10 years after.
Well, if Rem wakes up, that's when I wake up. That's when I start watching again. Probably. Okay, so that was the first of the sequel section. I don't know. Are any of you guys watching the? Tell me if you are. The first one is Wistoria season 2.
No.
Hell yeah, dude! This shit is so good. In the it is schlock in the best way possible. It is famously by the Danmachi guy, and it's just Danmachi again. And I love Danmachi for no real reason. Like it's actually comical how much this just is Danmachi all over again. Like it's in a round city with a tower in the middle, and they go in a dungeon below it. The guy's name is Will instead of Bell. It's the same thing again. But it's cool. It's just hype. It's got aura and hype moments, and that is all it needs. Do you know anything about it?
I only know that Colette is pretty fuck.
Oh, which one is called? Gonna have to look up. Wistoria. Oh yeah, her. I think I know who it is. Yeah, she hasn't been in it a lot. Because there's only 3 episodes out right now. Anyway, so the whole thing is that he's like the only person. I don't know if it's in the world. Like he keeps being like, why am I the only one who can't use magic? But I would imagine that if everyone can use magic, then more people would be using magic. And there's a lot of people going around not using magic. So he's like attending basically Hogwarts, I guess. Like imagine if, what are they called in Hogwarts? There's like wizards who can't use magic. I think they're called quips, something like that. And they can't use magic, but they are technically like wizards, and they're in on the whole wizard secret. So anyway, he's unable to use magic, but he has like a goal of going into the big elite wizard tower in the middle. So he attends Hogwarts, and he's like acing all the tests. He has the book smarts. He passes everything because he works hard. He's a good kid with a strong work ethic, and he's been like trained by dwarves to fight, and it's like he's strong as hell, and he can use a sword, and the sword like is his magic in a sense. More true than previously after this most recent episode, where he technically is like using magic now. Like his courage is his magic or whatever. Doesn't matter. It's fucking hype. Like he goes like Super Saiyan white long hair, and it's ridiculous. But I love this shit. It's like it's nice to have just these hype shows. Like I can't wait for what's it called? The Korean one.
Solo leveling.
Yes. next season of that, please. I need one of these shows every season just to feel something again. It's great. Right. The other one, Slime Season 4. This is the complete opposite. I don't know why the fuck I keep watching this. At this point, it's just like I'm too invested in it. It's like I know. I've been watching 3 seasons of this garbage, and I keep doing it. I think it's because there's no more Overlord. It's like, just give me more Overlord. All I want is monsters who build cities. But this guy is like the goodest goody to ever do it. Meanwhile, Ainz is like a monster, and I would rather watch the monster do it, play Civ, than this guy. So the whole thing with this season is that it's like they've started building like a dungeon economy. Like they've built a dungeon under his country to get adventurers to come visit and try and beat the dungeon. But it's like, oh no, some people are progressing too fast. So they invent this way for him and Beldra, the dragon, the little fairy, and Milim to like possess some low-level scrub enemies and then like go be in the dungeon and be bosses themselves. So that's the first 4 episodes. Other than that, it's like a lot of business meetings, because that is also what Slime does a lot. Like, it's become a fucking parody of itself. Like, when they're not fucking around in the dungeon and being goofballs, they're just sitting around in boardrooms having meetings. I don't... I should just stop, but I love it, but I hate it. It's like, what if Overlord just had no sauce? The last one, I think this is the last show, is Bookworm. Book is back. It was missing for 4 years, or 6. When the fuck was it? It's been gone for so fucking long. And now it's back. And the first thing they did was use generative AI in the opening. It was like, people caught it right away. And they were like, okay, we'll make a new one. And the new one just basically confirmed like every single spot people thought they were using generative AI. And it's so, like, the irony is palpable. Because it's this show about this girl who loves books and craftsmanship and art. And what do? They use the complete opposite and just put slop in the opening. It's amazing. But yeah, I had forgotten how long it's been gone. It's like she's been like adopted now by nobles. And I was sitting there watching it, being like, why was it she did that? And then I think I remember that it's because her whole thing is that she's like a college student in real life who gets crushed by a bookshelf and dies, and is reincarnated into the body of this little shit mine. And so she starts just reinventing the printing press, kinda like step for step, like making it easier and more sustainable to produce paper and ink and stuff like that. But in the world, there are books, but it's like something the nobles have. So if she just comes in there and disrupts the entire fancy schmancy book industry with cheap ink and paper, there's like ink and paper cartels who are gonna try and kill her if she does this too fast. So to protect her, she like lives in the cathedral and is now being adopted by nobles, so she can like pull off this book printing press project thing in relative safety. And it's just kind of neat. And she's become like yeah, it's just she's become Archbishop. It would be she's 7 now. She her 7th birthday was this last episode, and she's now Archbishop. It's like, what are you talking about? I don't know. That's insane. There is some weird thing with manga, like Japanese writers, where they want to believe in this like the purest meritocracy possible, where no matter how old you are, if you're the best at it, you'll get the job. But in real life, you would never get a 7-year-old anything. It's crazy. What are you talking about? It's like in Saga of Tanya the Evil, a new season also in summer, by the way, fucking finally, where she's like 11, but she's like a general. And again, that would never happen. Doesn't matter how good you are. You would never put a child in these positions of authority. It's like, no. It's insanity. But it's also got like weird, not weird, but it's got these like side plot things of like she's getting her will and convincing people to do what she needs them to do, but at the same time she's also being used as like as a piece in these big political noble infighting games kind of thing. So all her business connections are trying to like get her, like spread the rumor of her being like a saint kind of thing, because she has a lot of mana. That's one of the things about her. And so by not telling her certain things, she ends up showing off this mana in like unusual ways, and everybody's like, holy shit, she's gotta be like blessed by God, like the amount of mana she's able to, and the magic phenomena she's able to conjure without all these specific tools. Holy shit, she must be like an angel sent by God. So there's like a whole thing going on with that. Anyway, it's okay. It's like, once again, I feel like if the first season of Bookworm came out today, I probably wouldn't stick with it, because I remember it not looking, it doesn't look great, and it never has. It has a strange art style, where like all the colors are too saturated. Like her hair is so blue. It's way too blue. But also has this weird like gradient to it. Like it all looks a little cheap. And all the architecture and environments are very, very big, but empty. It looks like when you go see like an exhibit of an old castle and the wall, like the rooms are empty. It's like this. There's just big, tall, white walls with nothing on them, and it seems strange. I'm sure it's like accurate to what it would have been like, but it's not interesting to look at. Just these big empty rooms and pathways and roads in the city. It's like it has a weird vibe to it. But at this point, once again, much like Slime, it's like I'm just too deep in. It's like this is season 4. I'm just gonna keep going. Who cares? It's fine. She's gonna.
Only the source is over, so maybe we get a full adaptation.
Yeah. But it's also crazy. It's been so long since season 3. It's like, why the fuck did it just disappear for 4 years? That's crazy. But here we are.
I'll say I was falling off a bit with season 3 being the whole church stuff, because it's the usual. It's the usual. Oh, the church is evil.
What? But, in a Japanese anime? No. The church being corrupt?
But I don't know. This season is picking up a bit because, well, it's mostly just the mind adapting to her new life, but yeah, it also needs some more of her.
She is adapting to her new life because she's not like allowed to speak to her old family. She is now officially, because they have to like sell the story. They can't reveal that she used to be a commoner. So instead, she's being presented as an orphan raised in the church, and now she's being adopted by a noble, although she does have like a family. I think it earns a lot of goodwill, this series, for me, because they had that one scene, and I think it's in season 2 or 3, the one where she like tells, like, people suspect that she's not the real mine, and like they confront her about it, and they have like this whole sequence of her like telling, what the fuck is it, Lutz, the little boy, and her family about her like well, not all things about her previous life, but that she has a previous life, that she is reincarnated, which I haven't seen in an isekai before. It's like, no, it's like a fucking elephant in the room. Address me. It's like, why does no one ever talk about this in isekai? But in this one, she does. Like, the only one that's, like, excused is ReZero, because he'll die if he does it. But why not in Konosuba? Why would he not? Why? There's so many. How come no one ever asks, why do you know these things?
I always forget that Konosuba is an isekai, because it just doesn't really come up.
Right. Well, it does come up in the sense that he's like inventing all these things from modern Japan. But no one ever asks, how do you know this? Even in a show like Isekai Smartphone, where he's like making bicycles and has a cell phone, no one is asking him, what is this?
I mean, to be fair, in Konosuba at very least, it's not like he actually recreates like.
He makes like a.
He's not doing it himself. Like at the moment, he has like Banner, the demon guy.
Yeah,
he just gives him like the idea. And
he gives like a blueprint
magic.
for a thing, like a convenient item.
Yeah, and makes it his invention.
But in this one, it's like Lutz knew the previous mine, knew that she was this meek little sickly girl, and then suddenly one day she woke up with like a fire in her ass that started reinventing books. It's like, who the fuck is this person? You're a completely different person in my old friend's body. And it's like, also unlike other isekai, like usually in isekai, you're reincarnated and you just appear. Like, you're just there now. Or you're born, like you die in real life and you're born in the new world. She took over like the body of a girl who technically died. Like at the moment of Mine's real death, when she was like 4, I guess, 3 or 4, this person then took over and became the new one. That's also pretty unique. Like, I feel like I haven't seen that before. And I think it earns like special... It's earned my viewership by being just a little bit different in those ways, and that's nice because I'm expecting it to like, I don't know, do something similar, like subvert in another way later. At least I'm hoping it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe this will be the last season ever. We'll never see more. And I think that's it. Those were my shows. I'm the only one watching sequels this season.
Yeah, I'm planning on watching Doro, but
oh yeah,
I haven't gotten around to it yet.
I could spitfire some. We have Dr. Stone.
Oh yeah,
which is its final season, part 2,
that seems
part 3,
crazy.
whatever.
Because I don't know how you. Because I can't even imagine how you end that. Like, they can't possibly just reinvent everything, right?
So at the moment they are going to the moon.
What?
And
why?
like because apparently whoever turned the world into stone is hiding in the moon.
Oh my god.
And since the previous season, like, Dr. Stone has been skipping a lot on its own inventions because so like, you know how Senko would have like a main objective, but then we had to go through many sub-inventions to go through it.
This is like, it's reminding me of fucking Fast and the Furious 9, where they shoot a Toyota into space to take out a satellite. It's like, why are you doing this, bro? Going to the moon?
So like, what it does now is like, they just speedrun to the main invention and they just say, oh, we... off screen, we invented this thing that with the things we already have is totally possible.
Oh,
like,
never mind how we did it. Here's a combustion engine.
Yeah, so they tell you like, we have steel and this, so it's possible to make it, and we
have invented a spaceship while you weren't looking.
That's how a lot of inventions has been going on recently.
I guess I guess it becomes very easy to tell the story if you don't have to go into any specifics.
Like, right now, they have straight up warships, like modern warships, and they're in the process of inventing a computer. And that's how it went. Like, they said, oh, we have this and this, and so we could do this, and they just do it in a couple of minutes. That's why a few weeks ago I was like, I feel they are skipping a lot, but then Smurf came in and said like, no, they are actually just
honestly, I won't be real with you, they lost me when they killed the guy who wanted to kill the boomers, like season 1. That was
season 2 actually.
Well, that's season 2.
Yes, Stone Wars.
Oh, that's right, Stone Wars. they killed that guy off. It's like, well, you had a chance to make the world better, I guess. But I guess we'll
I
just
don't know.
return everything to the way it was.
I feel Doctor Stone has been one of the more consistent shows I have seen. I have everything at a 7, I think. Maybe the last season was like 6 mid episodes, but 6 pretty good ones.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
And I think I stopped
But yeah,
because I was
it
reading.
recently.
I was reading the manga
No,
for a
go
bit.
ahead.
I was reading the manga for a bit, and I stopped when they were. I think they built a ship, and they were like, we need to motivate people to build this ship. Let's just invent fiat currency. Let's just invent money.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
there we go. Capitalism
that's ridiculous.
invented. Here we go. Fuck,
Yeah,
just
that was
ruin
like
everything, I guess.
That was 2 episodes ago, actually.
Just how to ruin everything in 5 seconds. Just invent symbolic money. God damn
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that was 2 episodes ago.
Really?
Yeah.
With that exact scene?
Yes, like they arrived to Spain and not building a ship. They arrived on a ship and they needed some minerals.
But haven't they
And
done
they
it
not-
once before? Because I think what I
don't
saw,
know,
I
because-
think what I saw a screenshot of was them like inventing hard currency, like coins.
Yes.
The one I'm talking about is that they invent like notes with like,
Oh,
I owe you
okay.
this and this much, and I think that's much
Okay,
earlier, right?
Okay, yeah, then I forgot. That's before season 3.
Yeah.
The OVA.
Because I was sure I hadn't read that far. It's like,
Okay,
well,
yeah,
that
then
was the
it's
first. That
different.
was the first step to ruining everything, and then they double down and invent like actual money. Like, God damn it! You had a chance to start all over, do it right, but no.
But yeah, like I said, I'm not enjoying it as much because it's skipping a lot of the invention stuff. It keeps introducing characters with they specific talents to have whatever invention they need.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
like, it's a bit too late to keep expanding this already huge cast.
I mean, I guess it is a tall ask of a writer to know how to build everything. Like, he has to understand how everything works and then draw it for us.
Also because like the current mission, they have many different missions so far, but like the main one they said is like we need mathematicians from India to finish the rocket. I'm like, okay, why doesn't Senku and these other scientists do that? Like this feels
Why
pointless.
can't you get other mathematicians that are closer? Why the Indian ones?
Because they are the best.
They're just
They
the best
said.
ones. Okay.
Okay, other stuff. You didn't try Otaku Girl. Is it too generic for you?
Which one?
Otaku Girl.
Oh. No, I don't know anything about it. I don't think I ever.
It's a rom-com where it's the whip guy and 2 girls
Yeah.
want to suck his dick for no reason.
Nice. Maybe I'll no. No,
It's yeah.
I looked at the poster and it looked quite generic.
It is, but I mean, I'm having fun. It has nice visuals for some reason. The designs look weird, but it has nice visuals generally.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Nagatoro, but not without the bullying and an extra girl. Like it's about this cool girl and the Gyaru. The thing is that they are very forward. Like they are in his house by episode 2, and they are
Nice.
doing all this stuff to clearly attract him. I feel that's the gimmick. Like they are not afraid of being.
Are they
upfront
not?
with
Are
him.
they not aware of the problem of them both being in love with the same guy? And
It seems that they don't care. Like they are indeed like aware.
or
that
are they? Are
competing.
they going just straight up for like a poly thing?
Like, I wouldn't say they are I wouldn't say the point of the show it's competing, but like they know they are.
Oh, okay.
Like last episode, one of the girls acted smug because one of them couldn't go to a group date. But yeah, it's fun. It's like she wants some.
I'm looking
rom-com
at-
fluff.
Looking on AnyList, and the staff had, I think the original character design, his profile picture is fucking lemon grab from Adventure Time. It's like some shitty sketch of Lemon Grab. It's amazing.
There's also Blood Cat and Witch. It's like how to say it? It's like none of you know Iruma-kun, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's a fantasy setting. It's about witches, and this girl wants to be a witch, but she sucks massively. And she meets this talking cat that turns out to be a legendary magician that got cursed. And okay, for starters, the first episode is pure premise setup. Like it is obvious it has not the tone of that episode won't be like the rest. And there's also this weird gag where, in order to turn the cat into his human form temporarily, he has to kiss his anus. That was
What?
that was a really.
What the fuck?
That's not a joke. It's really, those were some weird 5 minutes. Like everyone was like, "This show is fun," but those last 5 minutes were weird. And thankfully, that hasn't came up again. Who knows if it will be again?
You're always waiting. It's like Chekhov's gun. It's just like the cat is always there. Like,
and like, oh, the human is actually, because he's famous. Like this girl simps for him. So like it's the dynamic that she is helping his crush and her crush, but the guy is also like kind of an asshole because he makes fun of her for being a terrible witch. And so far the setting is generic school setting. Like the last episode was about her passing the test to enter school. And from what I hear, this will be like one of those where the class, she will be in a class and it's about meeting all these different characters.
okay. We had some others that we cut, but like we have time to run. If you have one you would like to.
And that sounds very fun.
Yeah. Whoops, if you have any of the ones that we cut.
No, I think this is pretty much it for me. I think we talked about everything I've seen.
Okay, cool. And I think, yeah, I covered all the stuff I'm watching, and I think I'm probably gonna start like 3 more.
Nice. Which ones?
The drinking one, maybe the alternate history one, maybe, and then probably the otaku gal one, just because it sounds fun. It's simple. It sounds very simple, which is nice. A simple little rom-com is nice. So real quick.
Oh wait, did I diss it?
Did you?
Yeah,
what?
Discord had some issues there. Discord had some issues.
What was the last thing I said?
I think you finished talking about Witch and Cat. I thought.
No, yeah, but what did I say at the end?
I don't know.
What?
Don't know either.
Cause I kind of moved on. I was like, hey, anything else like from the stuff we cut, and then.
Okay, then you guys heard me properly. No, I'm asking because when you say that, you start to cut off.
Oh.
But it's me. My connection is failing.
Well, you did robot a bit earlier, but you didn't cut out. This time I didn't notice you cut out. Well, that's because I have OBS running, so I don't hear sounds if stuff happens in Discord.
But yeah, that would be the thing. Because I'm watching all of that shit. I watch everything we have. I think this is one of the strongest seasons in a while.
Yeah.
Like, I feel the only hard hitters so far are Witch Hat and Botan, but pretty much everything else I'm watching is like decent enough to finish.
I just have a hard time like getting myself excited for more than like 10 shows.
I mean, it helps that I watch,
which is still a lot, I feel. But back in the day, I used to watch just fucking everything.
I mean, yeah, it helps because I watch with other people a lot of stuff. I feel I would
That
drop
helps a
half
lot.
of the things. I drop half of the stuff if I wasn't.
I usually have
Yeah,
time for like one episode a day-ish.
Yeah, I tend to start with like 12 or 13, but end up
And then end up dropping.
with like 7
Yeah.
with 7 by like the third week.
It's like I could see myself getting rid of Needy Girl Overdose at some point. Like, if it doesn't start making more sense, it's easier to just watch something like Otaku Gal and be like, oh, this is very straightforward. I know what this is. Sometimes it's nice to just have like a simple story, simple premise, right? Doesn't overload. All right, before we end, top 3 shows that you're watching, most excited for, instant watch when the new episodes drop.
So, like I said, probably Botan and Witch Hat. My third choice would be everything's probably Canon. Actually, I'm having really fun time with that.
For me, probably Botan on 3, Awajima on 2, and Nippon Sangoku on 1.
Right. I think mine are like. I hate the short title for it. PonSuka.
PonSuka. Yeah, Canon or PonSuka for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate the short name for it. Prefect and Short Skirt Show. PonSuka sounds bad. It feels bad to say. MARRIAGETOXIN, probably one I'm more excited for, and then I don't know what the third one would be. Probably Witch Hat.
Nice.
Those are like the ones I will watch immediately when an episode drops. And yeah, then I'm probably gonna pick up the drinking show, Otaku Gal, and maybe if I find the energy for it, the Nippon alternate history one.
It's the one I'd most recommend, and I
think you
and
would. I mean, I was just going to say, I don't think you will vibe a bit more with Nippon because, I mean, like I said, Otaku Girl is just an all-round com.
Yeah, but I like the look of the non-Gyaru character.
Oh, I thought you were more of a Gyaru guy.
I do like Gyarus, but I also like the other one. Just
like
looks cooler.
Half the people I know watching it still do it because of the Gyaru.
I mean, I can take and leave a Gyaru. But I always like the cool friend of the Gyaru a lot better. Anything you're looking to pick up? Whoops. Blog, you're already watching everything.
Yeah, I think I'll watch one episode of the the Ice Queen girl show.
Oh, Ramparts.
And yes, and I might revisit the short skirt thing and MARRIAGETOXIN.
Nice. Okay. Cool. All right, and with that, I think that's it for us. We talked about a lot of shows. Only spent 2.5 hours, just in time to to end in like 25 minutes. Perfect. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me, and thank you everybody for watching. For this,
Thank you.
if you kept watching all the way to now, special shout out. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you again for another Impressions in summer. And I know me and Bex are going to be doing shows for the new Spider-Man movie and the Supergirl movie. And then I've been thinking of doing like a Jason Statham special kind of thing because he's making a new movie. And I just love him so much. So I just need to find someone else who loves him. Wait, there's some show this season that talks about Jason Statham a lot, isn't there? I've seen screenshots. Jason Statham.
Oh no, I forgot what show it was, but it was just an offhand joke where someone said I'm into guys that look like Jason, whatever.
It's like, yeah, that's so fucking funny. It's like, why him? He's not a heartthrob at all, but he is the coolest guy in the world. Anyway, with that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.